So today I am opening the last two hard to find, unable to get in Canada, Turtles of Grayskull deluxe figures. There are two more coming, deluxe figures, but they are, I forget who they are. One's a foot soldier and one is, I don't remember. They're coming from Big Bad Toy Store. Those last two were available from everywhere. All of these, though, all of the ones that I've opened, including these ones, were either Walmart or what's the Target exclusives. So Walmart USA. Oh no, this is going to be a video like this. No, I'm going to open up these really quickly. They look so complex and they're so huge. I do have my Moss Man standing by for comparison, but they did tend to make these Turtles of Grayskull figures so huge, it's crazy. I had to get this one on I waited to find the right opportunity. Sometimes the opportunity came, sometimes my friend Andy got them from me from Europe, which I think is the case for this one. This one, I waited too long and couldn't track it down, and I finally did find it on eBay at a good price. I think it was an auction, and I offered the auction price, and anyway, it was cheaper than getting it at the toy show, which I think was just $50 or $60 Canadian. That's ridiculous, I know, but that is how much one of these figures cost anyway, especially the deluxe ones. When you do the conversion from the Canadian dollar. Can I just open these? Alright, here is the box. This is so cool. Huge. Why are they so huge? They're monsters, I guess. And I gave them this. I guess that's why they excite me so much. So the boxes are beautiful, as always. The art's fantastic. My boxes are all beat up. Beggars can't be choosers. I mean, ideally I would like perfect boxes. I would like two of each, but it's so hard to get them in Canada, and you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm opening them, and then Leatherhead, who is a Krang, is that guy, and then Leatherhead is this guy. And they're just cool. We get some trap jaw stuff going on in there. Let's get this open. What do I need? I need scissors. I think I can do this quickly without pausing it. It says that his special feature is his helmet and his clamp. And it says his special feature is his Krang going into his torso and all of the additional weapons that he comes with. So I guess these are just huge figures. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay. All you gotta do is cut the tape and you're in. This one is double tape. I hope it wasn't I hope this wasn't used. Sometimes the factories do double tape though. I'll find out. I might have gotten scammed here, but at this point, it doesn't matter. I mean, I got my card in here. I don't remember getting this card for one of these deluxe figures. I gotta look into that too. It's the Splinter one. But there's the propaganda and there's the card, so that looks together. I don't see any. There's nothing tying them in. Oh, okay. This one does have a fastener. Okay, so it's got a plastic fastener on this weapon. So this is untouched. These are beautiful. These are incredibly beautiful. And I expected him to be much bigger. I'm really quite surprised at his size. Krang, is that who? This is the main Krang, the brain, who lives inside of. He doesn't really look like a robot, but maybe he's a mutant. I think these are going to be actually really easy reviews for me. Okay, I love this. There's a Monster High doll that has this chest cavity. It was worth $500 or something, so I had to sell it. But it had a cavity like this, and it was just a really cool robot. It was definitely one of my favorites. But now I've got something just like it, so that's really cool. So I'm doing this right away. I mean, I didn't even know I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, this is so cool. The loincloth goes on over the wrestling Speedo. This got to be the wrestling torso. All right. We'll get back to that. All right. Let's open up the other one. I don't think I showed this. I always love this artwork. It shows what you have to do to put them together. It's just a little more bonus construction tips opposed to the features that they show on the back, and that shows what I was just about to do anyway. But look at them. They look like drawings. I love it. They're probably not. No, they look so good. I love that art. Yeah, again, packaging all dent up and banged up and stuff. I'm still keeping it. I'm going to flatten it and keep it and love it. And I better have those standing by just in case. And let's pull out Leatherhead. Huge Mutant Masters of the Universe figures. I do keep these in separate cases. Bins, which is why I haven't opened up the Thundercats yet, because I need to find a toy. I need to find a bin that I'm gonna sell, and then use the bin to put the Thundercats in. This is the tail. Oh. This is the helmet that he came wearing. Oh man, this is so cool. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, he's so cool. And then we got this trap jaw trap. Oh, that's really cool. And then he's kind of like an alligator from the south, so he's got this going on. Right, let's get rid of that. And then, oh, this is so funny. These are always different. They change how they make them. Sometimes they're taped. Sometimes they have a bottom flap. Sometimes they don't. In this case, they don't, and they put this in a plastic bag. We get a schematic drawing. I'm so excited about that. I love that. Let's get through the cards. Let's see if these are both international. I'm assuming that one's going to be international and one's going to be USA. And sadly, the international ones, which I don't know why they make them international if they don't give them to Canada. I mean, they give them to the rest of the world. But I guess exclusively for Smiths, maybe, in the Europes. So Leatherhead, they take away all of the bio, and these are such great cardstock. I don't know what to do with these. I mean, I have been sticking my binder, but they're kind of awkward because they're so heavy and thick, and when I put I don't know, I'll show you that. I talk about the binder all the time. I did do some videos showing the binder, but I will show the collection again. I really want to get it in order. I just kind of put these things in haphazardly and save them, but I love them. Make sure I inspect this to make sure I don't pull any parts apart that aren't supposed to, so that's good to see. Nothing on the back. And then over here in this side, oh yeah, see, great example. Let me show you this. There's going to be two differences here. I love these drawings, though. I just think they're really good. See, no words, an abundance of words for those two differences, but look at this abundance of words compared to this. Anyway, these are like little cards. I wish they would have they made them comic book size, I guess, for the homage to original Masters of the Universe, but I do wish they would have made them collector card. I wish every toy company, I say this all the time, every toy company would include a collector card with the figure in a standard collector card size. Art's pretty cool though. They look like comic books. They look like posters of these crazy characters. Let's go. Right. Alright, put this aside. I will save these because I just love these two. And what's going on? What is happening here? So I don't think he can wear both hats at the same time. I guess this might be his Masters of the Universe hat, and this must be his Ninja Turtle crazy down south hat, which is, I guess, what's going on. Oh, and you gotta put them together, which I forgot. So peg on the back of his. So yeah, we've been getting the opposite of this. They've been putting a hole in the butt, and making it plug in this way. But here they gave us a ball joint, or I don't know. I don't remember. Is this a reuse of Whiplash's tail? This is such a nice tail. I don't think I remember this tail, but they had to have given this to a Snake Man. For sure. They wouldn't have made this tail and not used it for other snake men or other alligators. And then does his mouth open? Oh yeah, it does. Whoa, look at this. The articulation on these things is crazy. Okay, and he's got the smaller hands. I have talked about that before. The smaller hands are better, but sometimes they make them bigger and they can't hold weapons. But so cool. He's got the snake legs, and he's got the regular furry boots, which is really cool, and the regular furry loincloth. He's got this really weird vest on with a, like, King Grayskull cape, but just a tiny fur stole. I don't know what's going on with that. Fur hood or something. Oh, this isn't staying on. It's really nice and rubbery though. I love how chunky and thick this is. It's crazy. That's hunky, chunky piece of plastic. This is what we like in a toy here. And then it always scares me with the pegs. Sometimes the plastic's going to be made. These aren't bending. Sometimes they bend well, and sometimes they do not. Oh, that's scary. You should probably heat them up. This is a good time of year to open up a toy because it's so friggin' hot. Okay, there we go. Does he come with a weapon? Yeah, he comes with this thing that he holds in his hand. And look at the detail on this. Molded in 2 separate pieces of plastic, no paint deco. This is what I like. And it's so trap jaw, but it's also just, animal trap. Really cool. We've got technology and done in translucent, something else I love. And this is like a metallic metal blue purple thing happening there, complementary to this helmet. I don't know what is really his in real life. I don't know what is Masters of the Universe sized, except for the loincloth and the furry boots. I know they are. Got some like teeth in there. Eyes are really cool. Yeah, I think the helmet, complementary colors kind of thing going on. Metallic kind of orange thing. Loving it. Really weird light green color. Oh man. And then they did the shading on his nose, which normally I'm really against. But it's done really well and looks really, really good and still cartoony. And look at all of the details back there. Alright, and then, why haven't I done this? I guess he's not that big. I mean, he's got the regular Masters of the Universe buck. I mean, even he has longer arms because it's the Beastman one, but that head is so big that it really makes the figure look big, and plus this very substantial tail. Also, alright, Krang. Speaking of size discrepancies, see, you wouldn't notice the size. I mean, yes, you would notice the size discrepancy here, but it gets even better. It gets even crazier. You have to take this guy. I don't know what else you're supposed to do with him besides put him on here. Like, I can't think. It doesn't look like you can't replace the head. They probably should have used, that would have been really fun for them. Oh, well, it does fit. Like, maybe, I don't know if that's intentional because it's not a socket. They made it a very proprietary. They made it very, but that looks kind of really cool too. So I don't know if they took that into account and made it fit, but I wanted to do that. I want to do that. That looks so crazy. But I guess this goes into here. Oh, I see. I see, because it's just so open. Yeah, maybe they did do that on purpose, because it didn't have to go up inside, but it's supposed to go like this. Oh, and he's supposed to maneuver his hands through the two prongs. So yeah, just squeeze that. Oh, that's really cool. So he's coming out like that. That's really cool. I don't know what these things are. And then this is definitely one of the Andre the Giant body. Again, I showed you that. I don't know if I'll strip him down later. Look at these giant boots. So cool. And I've talked about this before too. When they make the giants, I guess a lot of, I can't decide if I want a 12-inch giant or I want a, like, that would be a 1/6 scale Masters of the Universe action figure. So that would be so cool. But I can't decide if I want that or I would want the giants in a more collectible, attainable size like this, which I would also like. How do I know which, oh, I was going to say, how do I know which way they go? But the pegs were, and then look at this. It's like, it's a brick wall. Now check out how much larger he is. Like, Krang is like at the head level of a regular figure. Oh, whoops. Oh, that could have been horrible. Wait, was it horrible? Did I stop recording? No. Okay, this is kind of scary. I wasn't doing anything inappropriate there, by the way. It might have come off that way. It does seem to stay. I was just comparing the sizes. The arms seem to be like they need to be bigger. It looks really odd, actually. It looks like somebody's standing on somebody else's shoulders. It doesn't really. I like how the chains match the plastic, even though they're made of different plastic, but it makes it kind of look like a lederhosen kind of thing happening. Oh, that's really cool. This is all separate pieces. He will be cool to look at. Yeah, he looks stilted up. It doesn't, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I want arm extensions for this too. It looks a little strange, but I mean, it looks strange and it can be strange in a good way. And maybe it is, because look at the detail. So well painted. Again, these gloves look great. Oh, these are separate little gauntlet things happening on here, which when you take off the hands, you'd be able to remove those. I like how all of these, the red highlights on the appendages is really, really cool. And this tufted hair, very troll-like, under a bridge, really, really cool. Oh, and then, oh, speaking of hand removal, do they take off his wrist guard when they do it? What do they want you to do? Do they want? Oh no, they want you to keep that on. I was just curious if he just stubbed it, but I guess, I mean, we have to show the weapons. I showed the other guy's stuff. I mean, he could just stub it, but I like those highlights. So I'm gonna stick that on here, and I guess I'm just gonna do both. I always struggle with the hand pegs. I'm really, if they're so thin, I'm concerned that I could break them off, and it's possible. Oh, yeah. So let's put the axe on the other one and just make him a menace. Like, it really fits the head. I don't know if this guy was supposed to be some kind of, I don't know, barbarian monster. But check this out. This isn't a new concept for Masters of the Universe Origins. They have done the ball and chain attached to the hand a lot. This is the best coloration I have seen of it. I love the brown. Oh yeah, adding some more of the brown in there is also really cool. But in general, I do prefer hands. I mean, this is pretty gruesome, having no hands and having weapons put on over your hands. I also don't know how to display it nice. I mean, he can hold the ball. All right, coolness. All right, we'll get back to Leatherhead in a second, but I guess I always have to strip these down and see. So unfortunately, there aren't another pair of hands, because that would have been really cool to create a green monster. But I mean, his boots are gonna match his gloves. So let's see how he looks like that. I'm gonna take this off, and then let's see how this comes off. Oh. These ones don't have turtle shell. Is it just, I said in the last video, they all have turtle shell pegs, even when they don't use them. But these two guys, they don't have them. I don't know how to take this armor off. Okay, like that. I guess I don't have to put these back together. I mean, I like the details, and they're done really well and everything, but there's something about, and I guess this dawned on me yesterday, it's why I like the schematic drawings so much, which isn't appropriate in this case, because normally they have all of their armor off of them when they show them. Maybe not always, but the example that I looked at did. Yeah, I guess it was Mossman. I love my Mossman like this, and my Merman. I don't know if you checked out that video, but I'm having a hard time putting their armor back on just because they're two really cool, translucent, awesome figures. I mean, really darn cool. Love it. And it looks even better to me because I got the light shining through them. And then I can see these so much better today. I think I don't know, the lighting was weird. And they are the same. They were just printed both on him and Merman. They are the same. I think Merman's is just printed a little more under his arm, but they are the same pattern, and it's such a really cool embellishment. And again, I don't usually like paint, but this case, they fit both characters really, really well. All right, let's look how this guy turned out. I'm going to show you before Cage. So that's really, really cool. I guess this has to be the WWE Andre the Giant body. It's gotta be. It's really cool. I wonder, yeah, I'm not even sure if they used the same one for the Origins of Grayskull. The Origins of, what am I even saying? The Eternian Masters of the Eternian Universe. I don't remember what their names are, but yeah, the first ones that were mashups between Masters of the Universe and now the WWE Superstars. I don't know if they used the same body for both of those. I don't even remember if they made an Andre. Yes, I do remember, because I had a broken peg and I did fix it. It was with a bead and a wooden dowel, I think. I'm an old school, but I did fix it. All right. Yeah, that's why I'm so scared about hip joints and moving this part, especially in the colder months. I'm trying to figure out the front of the boot. But he looks cool, and then, how does he look? How does he look with this cage without the armor? I think this is going to look totally out of place as a belt. Yeah, this just emphasizes the strange part of the part that I don't like about it. It just looks odd, but pretty cool green troll. Oh, I kind of want to put these on. I hope there's not a left and a right. I don't know, sometimes they do crazy things like this. They make a left and a right where they wouldn't really have to, but I don't think in this case it's true. And plus, you never know if the people, the the children in the factories or whoever's making them. You don't know if they're doing it right anyway. All right, yeah, he looks really cool like this. Oh, maybe I want to give him this loincloth, which is pretty darn cool. I love that. There's so much more of this happening now. This is an older figure, but I love how, and even the girls, they have all of their suits going on over a more simplified buck, and I kind of really like that. It just makes the mixing and matching process more fun. Not that I take advantage of that ever. Yeah, I can't figure out where the front of the boot is. I don't think they knew. I think I got it right there. He's cool. I'm sorry, I can't stop playing with him. And he doesn't look that much taller, which is kind of strange when he's in normal mode. But these are huge and heavy and awesome and cool. So yeah, 12-inch giants. Can I go back to that again? I talked about that in another video before too, but I'm really thinking about how cool it would be if they did make the giants 1/6 scale 12-inch figures, and then that would make them then they could make a whole line of Masters of the Universe like Mondo. They could make, Mattel could have, they would definitely make a He-Man, a 12-inch He-Man, which, I mean, he could marry Barbie and stuff like that. So, come on. All right, I'm going to pull the head off. I'm going to see what's happening here. So this vest is really cool how it pulls off like so. We had another piece of armor similar to that, and then I think this is glued down. Yeah, it's got a whole ridge of attachment at the top there. This does look like a King Grayskull. It would probably, maybe this is the top of King Grayskull's cape, and maybe it was cloth, or maybe there were two pieces of rubber. I never remember. All right, he's got the snake torso. Do you remember when Super 7 said that they had access to the old files and there was an unreleased buck and they were going to release it and make figures with that buck, and then they never did? I don't know. Maybe it was this. It could have been this buck, and nobody's talked about it since, as far as I know. And they never put it out, and they never. Yeah, and I was kind of excited because I really like, my favorite Masters of the Universe are the original ones, and they all have these three monster, robot, or barbarian, and then they mix and match them, and it's so cool. Robot being space, monster, barbarian, and all mixed together. But maybe the other torso pieces was snake, and that is maybe what we're seeing here, and it looks really cool. I am such a huge fan of the original body, and that's what this is, but with these snake embellishments. I love this figure stripped down. Looks so cool. Again, these Ninja Turtles came with these giant hands, but I mean, they just make the figures look bigger, but they're so cool. This barbarian snake, I am totally down with this. I mean, it's not a snake though. It's a crocodile, right? If he has the hat, aren't crocodiles from down south? Never do remember. I keep learning about the difference between crocodiles and alligators, but it never sticks. But they're totally different. The articulated jaw is incredible. What an awesome figure. Look at him. Oh, he looks really good stripped down. But these two guys, I'm definitely going to keep with their armor on, but I had too much fun playing with them. And look at these gauntlets. So many details. I always, after I'm, uploading these videos, I always do catch more things that I wish I would have mentioned. I should write them down and then do an overview video one day of, maybe I'll sit down and play with them one day, and then I'll think about all of the things that are extra cool that I missed maybe, or just extra cool in general. Look at the definition in these arms. They're more defined. They're really cool, more sinewy kind of thing. Yeah, he's super cool as an alligator, crocagator. Look, he can be a super alligator and fly. Love these. I know there's all this thing going on about all of the mashups that are happening, and people don't want them, or they do want them, or hoping that they get their own main brands made into one. I'm bring it on. I mean, it is too much for me to collect, and I don't know what to do with all these figures, and I do have to get rid of, I mean, the one in one out rule kind of thing. I do got to get rid of a lot of toys, but these are definitively my favorite toys of all time. So these win out. And Mattel, we want Max Steel. I mean, I do. I want Pulsar and Max Steel and Big Jim and Major Matt Mason. Those are I want those 70s entities. I would love them in Origins so bad. They did make them in DC bodies. A few of those things. Pulsar is probably would lend himself the best. Pulsar and his whatever name of his robot enemy, they would be so good. But some of the water's dripping down my hair. They would lend themselves so well, but they would also lend themselves so well to a 12-inch figure. I really think that's going to happen. I can't see them. I think the Giants are going to be made in 12-inch figures, and then I think we're going to get some 12-inch lines. We're getting, just like Super 7 put out. Was it? No, it was Mattel put those out. I sold mine. I have one left. I have the He-Man left. All of the rest of them sold. The 12-inch giant, they call them giant deluxe Masters of the Universe figures. I mean, I'll never have a place for them. They did look really cool on the shelves sitting next to 12-inch dolls and stuff. They kind of were the right scale, but it would even be better to get Origins articulated 12-inch figures made by Mattel. That would be really great. And then they can use them as the Giants, and they can, yeah. And hopefully they don't make too many, because imagine if they made all of these figures, the whole lineup again, even though we're still waiting. This is overtime for the video, by the way. This is the podcast. Part of the video. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want those. I think they're going to make them. I can't see how that's not possible. We still need and I'm with you. I agree with you on this. As much as these mashups I love, because I love getting new characters, and it's just really fun to see this body used with different properties. I don't like that the Turtles couldn't be plain Turtles, but they fixed that problem with Teenage Mutant with the Thundercats. However, the Thundercats aren't Origins, and the 2000X are no longer just regular Origins anymore. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna miss the reuse part, the buck part, but the figures look really good, and they're still 5.5-inch figures, which are great, whatever scale it is, 1/12 scale. And then, what else was I saying? I was going on about those 12-inch figures and how they would be really, really awesome. Yeah, I need those. And I need Pulsar done in all scales. And, yeah, it's inevitable that those are going to be made. I can't. Why would Mattel not do that? Oh, yeah, we need the original figures. I agree with you. We got one. That's not sweat. I took a shower before. It's the only remaining water that's left on me. We got Dragster. I'm so excited about Blast Attack because it's the only figure that was released that I never ever had any incarnation of, and I thought it was so cool. But I was too old by the time that last Wave 6 came out, but I think we've gotten all of the rest of Wave 6. I'm really excited to get the rest of Wave 7, which I think I have to put in their own box. So Wave 7 was the Snake Men, and I just learned about it last month or something, or relearned it and forgot about it, but there's some humanoids in there who look really, really cool, which they haven't made yet. But first and foremost, I'm with you. We need all of the Origins originals completed. Why aren't they doing that? I mean, it's not like they're not creating new bucks, just new bodies just for these new ones. So why, if that's what's stopping them? I mean, that seems to be the ones that are left over are like Blast Attack and Dragster, who were totally retooled toys. Blast Attack was one of the only ones in that final wave that wasn't a reused parts one. He's really special. So he's my most wanted right now. And then Queen Marlena is really cool. We got a King Randor. Yeah, why don't we have her? She's really important. And I don't even like the cartoon, but we need that representation. We need the Queen. And then all the She-Ra. So bring it on, Mattel. Transformers though,